There is no shortage of beautiful spots all around Paris, and it's easy to be overwhelmed by the beauty all around. Everywhere you go, there is an adorable street or beautiful bridge or a quaint little square, but there are some that stand out for their beauty and uniqueness, and some places where you know you'll melt their heart. So if you're looking to rekindle or spike up your romance, or maybe even propose, in this video we're going to show you 10 of the most romantic places in Paris where you can create the memories of a lifetime. Are you ready to discover those places?
I want to know.
Ok, allez, on y va. So we're here in Place des Vosges, which is a beautiful park right in the heart of Le Marais. We're here in February in the middle of the winter, so it's not as beautiful as when it's in full bloom with the trees and the birds and all of that, but this place is absolutely amazing as a romantic spot. I wouldn't call it ideal for a picnic, but you could certainly buy a little sandwich around the corner and eat it here and have a great time. It's a real charming place. And this is a very old noble square because a lot of the royal family used to live here, and the Queen used to have a residence right here, which is now a hotel. Place des Vosges is kind of tucked in the middle of Le Marais. It's like unless you know that it's there, you could be walking by it and not even knowing that this beautiful square is right here. But there are metro stations actually all around it, so it's actually very easy to get to. But you have to know. You could use Google Maps to point you right here. It's kind of tucked away. It's all these buildings or surrounding this beautiful little park, and unless you know it's here, you would not necessarily know that this beautiful thing is right here. Should bring your sweetheart here for a stroll in the middle of Le Marais and just do a pit stop there, and this is very romantic.
The Galant Vert is a tiny public square right at the tip of the Ile de Cité, which is blocks away from Notre Dame, right in between the Latin Quarter and right here along the Seine. Yeah. It's just a little place. It's public, but it feels very intimate, and it's a great place to go for a stroll hand in hand with your sweetheart and to grab a kiss.
It's a great place also to grab street food right around the corner and come for a little romantic picnic.
Oh, a picnic right here.
You could sneak in a little bottle of wine and a couple of glasses, and it's a great place.
It's just charming and romantic. Very nice. Parc Monceau is delightful. It's charming, romantic, and it was once a royal palace, which is now open to the public. And all around this park, there are tiny little vignettes with old stone statues and ruins that are something special. The little bridge with the river, and so many families, but the couples that come here and just sit on a bench is just romantic. It's a great spot.
So we are are at the Canal Saint-Martin, which is really close to Gare de l'Est and Gare du Nord, and actually not far from Montmartre. It's another area that is very romantic. Now, the thing about Canal Saint-Martin, it's a very urban area. It's an area that 30 years ago was very seedy, but they turned it around and they brought a lot of cafes and they cleaned it up a bit. So it makes it actually a very enjoyable afternoon to walk along the canal, grab some street food, grab a crepe, grab an ice cream, and then just walk down. It's just really romantic. We see a lot of couples sitting on the edge of the canal. There's also a park that's right there along the canal where you can lounge in the grass and read a book, or another place to have a picnic. It's just really a great urban area that's full of romance. The Canal Saint-Martin has an urban edge, so if an urban edge actually is unsettling for you, I would avoid it. But if you were looking for a place that is fun and full of life, this is a great place. We've seen a lot of couples along the canal, enjoying each other's company or just having a picnic, enjoying a sandwich or a drink. It's just really romantic.
What's more romantic than Sacré-Cœur, Place de Terre, and the I love you wall right here, L'amour je t'aime. Couples come here from around the world, and it's easy to see why. Beautiful vistas, amazing little strolls, cafes, and it just calls for romance in this quirky little town of Montmartre. It's easy to get to. The metro station Abbesse is right here. You have cafes, street food, great places to pick up yummy stuff, and adorable little shops all around you. It's just charming.
So we are here at Palais Royal, or the Royal Palace, or what used to be the Royal Residence. Right behind me is a beautiful little square, which is right off of Rue de Rivoli. Le Louvre is right there. The Opera is really up the street. But this is a little hidden garden in the middle of it all that is super romantic. What you have all around the plaza here are really old shops. There's a shop right there that is selling old medals, it looks like from the revolutionary times. It's really some old antique stuff that is really interesting, so it's a fun place to come. Again, you could have a little patisserie right here. I don't think this place calls for a full-fledged picnic, but a little patisserie, a little pain au chocolat would be delightful. You have the little plaza right there with all the little striped columns where you have a lot of people playing on there. It's a great photo op place. But this is one of Colleen and I's favorite place to come in Paris, because it's like you're close to everything, but because it's enclosed here with all the buildings, it's very quiet. There's the hustling and bustling of Paris that is right outside those walls, but here it's a little quiet place and it's really delightful. There's also a few great restaurants right around the corner here where you could have a nice lunch or a nice dinner and then come here and stroll in the park. This is a great place to take a stroll with your sweetheart and grab a kiss.
We're here in the Place des Dauphins, which is the place of the prince. And this is right behind where Sainte-Chapelle and the Conciergerie Palace, and right across the street from the Galant-Vert, right at Pont-Neuf. And it's a square right in the middle of what must have been the residences of the nobles. And this little square is charming. I've been in Paris for a long time, many visits. I never knew this place existed. But when we asked the locals, where should we go for romantic spots? This one came up from a select few in the know. And there are charming little places to eat around here and benches where you can have a picnic, and you can only imagine this place in the spring with all of the greenery in bloom. Just charming. It's so sweet here.
where we are here is the Jardin des Tuileries. Right in front of me is the Concorde and the Champs-Élysées. Right behind me is the Jardin des Tuileries, which leads into the Louvre Garden. And those gardens, Jardin des Tuileries, is one of the most romantic spots in Paris. These are very old royal gardens. So let your imagination run wild with you. Who used to roam those gardens? Probably a lot of royal prince and princesses. You have a lot of those green lounge chairs that you'll see all over Paris, where you can grab a couple, get a corner of the garden and just sit and relax, enjoy some of the sun, or enjoy a little treat from one of the patisseries right there on Rue de Rivoli. You have a lot of beautiful bushes and design garden. It's really an amazing spot to be right here. From where I'm standing here, I can actually see the Eiffel Tower right there, the Place de la Concorde right there, the Champs-Élysées right behind, the Opera is right there, the Madeleine, Rue de Rivoli, the Louvre is behind me. I have the Seine River there. I mean, you're in the heart of everything here. Any direction you go, you're gonna find beauty, and right here, it's super romantic. If you want to take your honey bun for a stroll right here, that's a great spot. And here are Les Jardins du Luxembourg, or the Luxembourg Garden, just a quick walk from the Odéon metro station. This is another favorite of Colleen and I. It's one of the first places I took her the first time we came to Paris together. It was built and designed in the early 1600s, and you can definitely say that this is the heart of the left bank. When we come here together, we usually go and see the replica of the Statue of Liberty, one of the 3 displayed in Paris, and we'll stroll in this fun and typical Parisian park with kids playing soccer, tennis courts, and a gorgeous pond in front of the palace where kids race miniature sailboats. Now, whether you come here to relax or enjoy your picnic or just take a stroll, this place is really romantic. And of course, one of the most romantic and most visited places in the world is the Eiffel Tower. Now, the Eiffel Tower has multiple places where you can find a really romantic spot. Right in front of me is the beautiful bridge where you have the metro, which actually provides amazing visuals and shots if you want to take pictures. But there's a little alcove on the bridge. This is very romantic. This walkway, all the way leading to the Eiffel Tower from the metro station, is very romantic. You can sit on one of the benches. And then right behind the Eiffel Tower, you have the Champ de Mars, which is a lawn where you can bring a ball, you can play, or you can bring a picnic. We've actually seen people bringing a bottle of wine. We even heard some champagne popping one time. So you can bring a bottle of champagne and a bottle of wine and just enjoy a glass of something by the Eiffel Tower. This is a really romantic place. Obviously, we're filming this in February, so the trees are not in full bloom and it's a little cold. But in May and June, this is really an amazing spot to come and be romantic. And really nearby the Eiffel Tower is also the bridge Alexander III, le Pont Alexandre III, which is equally as romantic. One of the ways to get here is taking the metro, but if you are in the Arc de Triomphe, Champs-Élysées area, it's actually a quick walk. So you walk down the avenue, you would arrive from the Trocadero, and then you just cross the bridge, and that's another way to arrive to the Eiffel Tower, which is equally majestic. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a thing. And until next time, au revoir.